What's up, guys? I'm the Nearsighted Gamer. Well, E3 2017 was just over a week ago, and there was a lot of game announcements. A lot of surprises happened, and a lot of people were made happy, and I was one of them. I know I said I was going to do a video of the big three being Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony, but things didn't quite work out the way I thought. But I'm still going to give you a video anyway. Out of all the announcements that came out of E3, I managed to narrow it down to a small few that really jumped out at me. Games that I really want to play, or that I'm looking forward to playing when they eventually do come out, which is the majority of these because none of them are out yet. But there are some that are coming out this year, and the rest of them I only have to wait maybe just a year or a few months because they're supposed to be coming out in 2018. So, really quick, or decently quick, here's my list of games that I'm excited about from E3 2017. In no particular order, by the way. But let's just start off with my most favorite, for sure. No order, but this is definitely my favorite. Super Mario Odyssey. Wow. Nintendo showed off Super Mario Odyssey in a small trailer. Well, the first time we saw Super Mario Odyssey was whenever they did the reveal video for the Nintendo Switch. We saw a small bit of gameplay and everybody was like, is this going to be like, an extra level on an existing game already, or some kind of port that they just up-res and make different and add on to? But everybody was hoping that it would be a new game. And then last year, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, no, not last year's E3, I'm sorry. The reveal was in November or October sometime last year. Then whenever Nintendo did their actual, event to announce the Switch and talk about it, they showed another trailer, and if I'm getting that right? Yeah, they showed another trailer, and we got to see a whole lot more of it. But we didn't get to see anything in detail. But we got a trailer specifically showing it off. Well, anyway, they showed it at E3. They had a gameplay trailer. They had demos. They had people playing it. It's a 3D Mario, first off, and I really haven't had much luck with 3D Marios. I didn't play Super Mario 64 because I didn't have a 64. I was, going the PlayStation out at that moment. So, but I hear everybody talking about how great it was. And then Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U, which I have, I'm not really into. It's just something about 3D Mario games that don't really gel with me. But I think I can make this one work because the hook for this game is that Mario has this hat named Cappy, which I believe is a ghost that is possessing his hat, or that just takes the form of his normal hat. And you can throw this hat and you're able to possess or take control over certain enemies or certain objects to help you perform tasks in the world. Anything that has a hat on, you can't, obviously, because you'll be wearing two hats, and like they said, that's ridiculous. But anything without a hat, usually you can take control over and use it to figure out puzzles and accomplish missions and find hidden areas. And they showed off two worlds, New Donk City and the New Donk City in the Metro Kingdom, and the Sand Kingdom as well. And the gameplay is great. It's typical 3D Mario, of course, you're going around, but it just, for some reason, it looks like something I really want to get into. Everybody was excited about this. The way they did the video was great. They kind of faked this out because everybody thought it was going to be something else because they showed the T-Rex at first. Then Mario was like possessing the T-Rex, which is great. And then everybody's like, what's going on? They showed the gameplay, and it was super cool. The music's catchy. It's Mario. The worlds are large. The gameplay is there. It just seems amazing. So I definitely plan on playing Super Mario Odyssey, and it comes out this September. So in a matter of months, I will have my hands on Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch, definitely. Next is a fighting game. Like, I really use more of those. I'm already into Street Fighter, and Marvel vs. Capcom is coming out later this year. But I've never been into the Dragon Ball Z fighting game series. The 3D for them just didn't work. I understand it had to be in 3D and you had to be in air and all that, because that's the way the series is. But it just never worked for me. I played even the regular games that weren't fighting games. I didn't like them. I love Dragon Ball Z, but the games just never clicked. But now it looks like it's going to be great. They announced Dragon Ball FighterZ or Dragon Ball FighterZ. The word is still out. I'm going with FighterZ because it makes sense. It's Dragon Ball Z, right? Anyway, yeah, it's a 2D Dragon Ball Z fighting game from the creators of the Guilty Gear series. And if you know that series, you know how the animation looks in their games. I'm not sure if it's hand drawn, but it looks great. It looks like the show. The animated characters, the power-ups, the transformations, the character profiles, the personalities of all the characters. The voices, I believe, are even there as well. And it's a 3-on-3 fighting game, first off, which I'm comfortable with from playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. They had that 3-on-3 as well. And there's plenty of characters to go around, so there won't be anything bad going on there. It looks so good, and I was amazed when I saw it. So cool. I think, yeah, early 2018, but definitely in 2018. Shouldn't take too long for that game to come out. Oh, I'm looking so forward to playing that. But like I said, I don't have enough fighters on my plate already with Marvel vs. Capcom, and Street Fighter 5 is there, but only Akuma is really playable for me. I'm not into Tekken. Injustice is there. I have the first one. The second one, if I had an opportunity to play it, I don't think I'll pick it up, because one thing about fighting games, unless you have somebody to play them with, they're not great. And I know there's online play, but you don't know these people, and and of course you don't know their skill. You want somebody that you can play with, right beside you. I have friends for that, but in order for it to be great, we both have to get into the game. We both have to like the game. We both have to like the characters on the game, the fighting style of the game, the mechanics. We both have to understand the mechanics, and we both have to be able to want to play it for an extended period of time without getting, bored or, burned out on it. The reasons that I just explained are going to be kind of hard for me to convey to some of my friends, but I think when they see how it looks, they'll know. And I definitely want to at least see how they do with the story on it, because the Dragon Ball Z story has been done so much. I mean, I don't know what they can do. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I just know I want to play that game, and I definitely will. Next year, 2018. Hopefully not too far. Next is a game. Well, it's not really a game. It's like DLC actually, but it's for a game that I was extremely happy that I played. A little game called Horizon Zero Dawn. Maybe you've heard of it. Yeah, I played Horizon back in February when it came out, and it was fantastic. Everybody else thought so too. It was getting high reviews. Everybody loved it. The story was amazing. The story definitely pushed you in that game. You didn't want to quit. You just wanted to keep going to see what was next. And the world, and the way it looked, the beauty, everything. Oh man, it was amazing. Didn't get to play it on the Pro. I hear that playing it on the Pro is the way to go, but it still looks just as good on the regular PS4. Maybe I'll get a chance to look at it on the Pro sometime soon. But there's a DLC for it coming out called The Frozen Wilds, if I'm not mistaken. There's going to be a new area, and I'm sure that there's going to be, maybe a little more story, a reason for that to be there. Of course, it wouldn't make sense, but there's going to be new monsters, new machines for you to find, and I'm sure there'll be new weapons. But just to jump back into Horizon, and have something new to do. I wish I could erase my memory and play Horizon again for the first time. It's that good, yeah. But the Frozen Wild, they showed a trailer for that, and I don't know for sure what the exact date is on that, but it'll definitely be out, in like the next couple of months. So I'll definitely have to get that back, and then I'll be able to play that. And I'm sure it'll be just as great as it is as the game was, because it's made by the same people. So yeah. Next, we're going to talk about a game that nobody saw coming last year. Spider-Man, or #Spider-Man up until now, which is Marvel Spider-Man now. This is a game that is being developed by Insomniac, who, if you don't know, is the are the creators of the Ratchet and Clank series, and I think they did a couple of shooter games. They also did Sunset Overdrive for the Xbox, which I played, and it just didn't jump out at me. But Ratchet and Clank series, I played all of them. I actually have almost all the Ratchet and Clank games. The only ones I don't have are the ones on PSP, which I could get easily from my Vita. I just don't. But I have the collection. I have the collection on my Vita as well. And my son actually likes to play Ratchet and Clank too. He likes to watch me play. One of his actual favorite, I think, is Full Frontal Assault, which is not my favorite, but I mean, it's a Ratchet and Clank game. So, sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Well, they're making a Spider-Man game. It's an open world Spider-Man game, and it's exclusive to the PS4. Last year we got like a small trailer, and everybody was completely taken back by it. And we didn't hear anything about it until this year. So they waited an entire year to give us something else about it. And they didn't disappoint. They actually ended their show. Sony ended their press conference with this game. I guess with the one more thing. Showed Spider-Man talking, doing a mission. They showed him going through the city. They showed him taking down bad guys. Showed how the gameplay was going to be, how the combat was going to be. I like it. They showed, big set pieces, how the game, how you interact with the world, how you swing. They showed you swinging around the city, and the swinging looks fantastic. It's so huge. I mean, oh my gosh, you could spend forever just swinging around the city. I mean, like in any Spider-Man game, that's what you want to do, right? You just want to swing around and be Spider-Man. But this one looks really good. Oh, I just can't even describe how amazing. I had my jaw open the entire time after it really kicked in. You saw Spider-Man doing some stealth stuff, and then like he had to foil a crime, and then after that things got crazy. There was a helicopter involved, and the helicopter was still there. Wow, he used up a lot of web, but he managed to save the day. I definitely recommend go checking out the video. It's great. So I can't say much more about it. It's Spider-Man, done by Insomniac. That should let you know right there. On the PS4. Yeah, that should let you know. Definitely go play it. Everybody who saw it, a lot of people gave it game of the show. I didn't, but yeah, it was really close. My game of the show was Super Mario Odyssey. I'm so excited about that game. But yeah, it's going to be great. And we don't know for sure, but there are rumors and sources going around saying 2018. If it doesn't come 2018, that'll really be a bummer. But when it's ready. Insomniac doesn't really seem to disappoint too much. I mean, they may disappoint as far as, the game not living up to your expectations, but the game is definitely going to be good as far as mechanically. I don't have any problems with that, but just a Spider-Man game done by Insomniac is almost enough to just make it okay. I very much doubt that this game is going to be bad. The next game that I'm excited about is one that everybody's excited about. Not just me. This is very, very vast. For a while, there was a rumor going around that BioWare was working on a new IP, and BioWare, of course, is the team behind Mass Effect and several other RPG series. They're known for their great storytelling, and they showed off. Well, first off, we saw, I think it was with the in the EA press conference, we saw a small teaser trailer for a game called Anthem. And then on the Microsoft stage, we saw a gameplay trailer, and it looked great. The character models and the faces and everything, you have to see that. And apparently you are a, what were they called? I can't remember what your type of character is called, but you pilot these mech suits called javelins, which pretty much turn you into, like, I'm gonna say what everybody else is saying, you're pretty much like Iron Man, because you're able to fly, you can go underwater, you can find weapons. A lot of people are comparing it to Destiny, which I can definitely see that. Whenever they were going through and, like, she came across weapons, a certain gun, I thought, that's kind of like Destiny. But it just with the trailer, it has more than Destiny had going with it, because the world seems like you can actually go into the world, as you're not like here and then you go out into a part of the world or to another part of the world. Like you can go into the world itself. That's what it seems like to me, and I'm excited to see it. There was a lot of combat going on, just to be able to have that much freedom to be able to fly around and then do stuff like that. Oh wow, it looked great. It's great because it doesn't have anything going for it except for that. It's the way Spiderman was last year. Everybody's like, Spider-Man, Insomniac, what? Now everybody's like, Anthem, BioWare, what? EA? So yeah, I'm excited about that purely based on curiosity. It really isn't a game that I would normally play. Like Destiny wasn't a game I would normally play, but I think that my curiosity might get me into it. It might get me to step out of my comfort zone, and then I'll be able to, play something good and not miss out on it. So, yeah. All right, next is a game that has been talked about for a while, I think 2 or 3 years, and it was supposed to be released, I think, last year. It's called Cuphead. Now, Cuphead is, it's a Microsoft exclusive, so depending on how things go, I may or may not get to play this one, but I'm with everybody else and I'm excited about it. Cuphead, first off, it's the gameplay of the game is boss rush. I mean, like you go from one boss to another boss and you're fighting. I think there might be some little tidbits in between, but the hook of the game and what is bringing everybody to it and making them want to play is the fact that the entire game looks like a 1930s cartoon. Remember those cartoons where everything was alive, everything was moving around and stuff like that, and everything broke into song, and the sun came out and they're like, wake up, stuff like that. Yeah, that's the way this game is. It's set like that. If anybody was to see you playing it and didn't see you with a controller in your hand and walk by, they'd ask, why are you watching this? And like, oh, you're not watching, you're playing. Looks like that. You interact with it. Of course I haven't played it. There's supposed to be a beta sometime soon, but they didn't get around to it. Just being able to control a game like that. I don't know the name of the company that makes it, but we got to see another trailer for it, and they announced a release date. It is dropping September. If I'm still able to, I will definitely be playing that, because I promise you I'll have like a huge smile on my face. I'm really into cartoons, and just to have a game look like that and just be that creative, just something new of that caliber is just amazing. So yeah, that's why Cuphead is also on my list. The last game I'm going to talk about is something that is like nothing else other than the games that have come before it by this company and these people. It's called Detroit Become Human. Now, this is a game by David Cage and his team at Quantic Dream, who are known for games like Indigo Prophecy or Fahrenheit something or another. Well, I don't live there, but Indigo Prophecy or Heavy Rain maybe, or Beyond Two Souls. They're responsible for all those types of games. And those types of games are known for giving you, choices, giving you the ability to choose your own path, but still get to the end goal. See different outcomes based on what you do, which is really cool, especially with Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain, oh man, it was amazing. Beyond Two Souls, not so much a fan of it. I did beat it. I beat that and Heavy Rain as well. I didn't like Beyond Two Souls too much. I think they kind of dropped it on that one. But hey, they can't all be, aces, right? As far as Indigo Prophecy, yeah, that game was cool up until the end when it got really weird. But I enjoyed what it was doing. I enjoyed the way it told the story and the way it engrossed you in the gameplay. Heavy Rain is the one that sticks out to everybody because you played through, I think 4, 6 characters, I think. you know, and you didn't really jump back and forth like, you know, with GTA, but the way the story goes, you went through different characters and different points, so you knew what was going on and you would make choices. And there were times whenever characters would overlap and meet each other and stuff like that, and characters could die, everybody could die, nobody could die. I actually had one person die. That's my bad. Sorry about that, bro. Should have took you out. But this game takes that and amps it up. You play as I believe one of 3 androids in this world where there are humans and androids are designed to, you know, serve humans, kind of like the show Humans, if you've ever seen that. It's kind of like that, and then all of a sudden they're all becoming sentient and they can think for themselves. I don't know if something happens or if something happens to one and then he decides that he wants to, you know, do it to others and like bring them all to him. But it's really cool how they're doing it, and just having that information on the way the game is going to go is cool. I mean, the story is automatically going to fall into place, but just being able to do that in that world and knowing how much control you're going to have over all this stuff is amazing to me. That's why that game is definitely on my list. There's plenty of other games, but those are the ones that stick out that I see, and they're all over the place. There's some in Microsoft, some in Sony, there's some in Nintendo. It was a great E3 all around. You know, everybody did great, except for the PC people. But everybody did great. It was great. Everybody was satisfied. There was a lot of surprises. There was a lot of excitement. Everybody liked everything as far as I mean, not everybody liked everything, but you know, there was something for everybody as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that was my take on, you know, what games stood out to me from this E3, games that I really want to play. And I'm glad you guys watched. Thanks a lot for doing that. Sorry about not giving the videos I said I was going to give. So I really wanted to do one, and I had to do this for you guys. I apologize for not giving those, but pretty much I can say this. Sony's press conference was good. It pretty much just piggybacked on what they had last year. They elaborated. Last year was about surprises, and this year was more about elaborating on those games, giving us more about them and letting us know what was coming out. Also, an honorable mention to God of War. Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw an honorable mention out to God of War. I didn't put it on there because it's weird with me and God of War. I played all the God of Wars. I mean, 1, 2, 3. Well, not all. 1, 2, 3. The 2 on PSP. I didn't play Ascension because I felt that the story was getting. I mean, like the story they were telling wasn't anything I really wanted to hear. I mean, I knew about that. They were just telling a section around a bigger story that I already knew, and I didn't feel like that was necessary for me to play. So, and also there was multiplayer in a God of War game. I think it worked, but I didn't care to. But this one is new. Kratos has a kid. It's Norse mythology now. He has an axe instead of 2 swords. I think the reason that I'm not so into this, like I should be all into this game. This game should be something that I'm just jumping to play. And I do want to play it, but I think I want to know how we got to this point. That's what I mean. I don't want to be like, you know what? There's Kratos' twin brother. Greek mythology, Norse mythology. Yeah, and they're both named Kratos. Wait, do we even know if his name is Kratos? Have they even said that? Huh. I might just blew something wide open. But I want to know how we get from there to here. Now, and then if that makes sense, then I'm fine with it. Because I love the gameplay of God of War. And I like the way the gameplay of this looks. But I don't want to feel like we're just here because they want to put us here. I want the reason for us to be here to make sense. That's the thing with God of War and me. It's definitely an honorable mention, but I want to play it. I want to know that it makes sense, especially if you play God of War 3 and you saw how that ended. I mean, how do we get from there to there? All right. Yeah. Anyway, I was happy with Sony's press conference. They had a surprise. Shadow of the Colossus got remade. One of my friends almost lost his mind. I think he was going to have a heart attack. But they did good. They showed off Uncharted. They showed off Days Gone, which I'm a little more excited about, but I'm so over zombies. So done with that. Anyway, they did good. They're my boys. Microsoft, they talked about the Xbox One X. That's named. They talked about the $500 it's going to cost. They talked about the 4K. Talked about the teraflops. Talked about the Porsche. They showed other games that were there. I mean, they were talking about how these games are going to run good on that. I don't plan on getting an Xbox One X, even if I had $500 to spare for an Xbox One X fund. I would not get one. Not that I don't like it. I'm cool now. Xbox is fine. But my gameplay library, my friends are on PlayStation. And Cuphead is the only thing, for a while, all I wanted to do was play Scalebound. Scalebound was my game. That's kind of the reason I got an Xbox One S, which I still have and I'm trying to get rid of. I got that, and then they canceled it. And there was nothing else that I wanted to play except for the games that I got with it, which was Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive. And I played those. Cool. So all that was left was Scalebound. Canceled that. And Cuphead was up in the air. Didn't know that was coming. Now there's that. So if I hold on to my S until then, and I get to play it, then I will be satisfied. There will not be anything that I'm worried about playing on the S, on the Xbox. Anyway, talked about that. Talked about their games. Talked about their Forza. Talked about things that Microsoft people want to hear. It was fine. It was cool. They took a page out of Sony's book and decided to just show things and not talk a lot, which is good. I'm sure everyone in Microsoft was happy with that. And Nintendo killed it. They announced a new Metroid that was coming out. They announced another Metroid that's coming out on 3DS. A remake of Metroid 2, which is like my favorite probably. I can remember playing that game on Game Boy. And the other game was, Metroid Prime 4, which, first person, not my thing. But I'm happy for everybody else that's out there. Like I said before, the Mario Odyssey trailer. They talked about a new Pokemon. There was some Monster Hunter stuff going on. Anyway, it was cool. They all did great. So, yeah, that's my really quick E3 recap thing. Sorry, it's all over the place. It wasn't really about that in this video. That's why I just kind of rushed through it. But like I said before, sorry about not doing the video like I said I was going to. Hope this will suffice and be enough for you guys. Thanks a bunch. I appreciate you watching. You guys are awesome. Like this video if you like it. If you don't like it anyway because I said so. Follow me on Twitter at Nearsighted Gamer, Facebook.com/Nearsighted Gamer. Like that page, you can see whenever I update things, and also on YouTube, ring my bell. That way you'll know whenever I put up a new video and you won't miss it. So that all being said, all that's left to say is this. As always, be excellent to each other. See ya, pupils.